And now it's time for Take 5 with Damien Elliott, the show where he comes out and interviews a celebrity.
Good evening, I'm Damien Elliott. On today's show, I've got Joel Grayson. He's one of the main cast members of Jesse and Friends, and today I'm about to have a word with him. 21 questions, as a matter of fact. Well, lay it on me, Damien. Alright, first question. If you weren't working here, what would you probably be doing right now? Well, I know that last year I hosted a short-lived show called Super Sing-Along, and everyone sang covers of songs that viewers might or might not know. Well, I watched that. I watched it at the time it came out, and that was the year I narrated the Egyptian Cinderella. Am I right, Joel? You are so right. What surprised you the most about your current job? Well, Jesse says we're working on a Christmas special for next December, and we're working on our third Jesse and Friends series, and I cannot wait to be in it. I've been a part of every Jesse and Friends production we've ever done. Oh, that's good. Alright, next question. Would you rather work for 4 10-hour days or for 5 8-hour days? Oh no, I would rather not work that long. No. If you were guaranteed to be successful, what job would you want? Well, I kind of want to be an artist. You know, I've always wanted to paint pictures of apples, pears, grapes, all in coconut fruit bowls. Well, as Harry Nilsson once sang, you have to put the lime in the coconut and drink the bowl up. What was your first job? Did you like it? No, I didn't have any jobs, no. What's the best career advice you ever received? That's the next question. How about the worst? The best career advice I've ever received. Well, I do have to get my act together at every point. Well, everyone does have to get their act together. It's very important to them. Alright, question 8. Are you reading any good books right now? How about shows? Am I reading any good books right now? And shows? Well, I have been reading Jughead comics, and I've also been reading some books about Tarzan to find out about the history of my family. You know, I come from a long line of gorillas. I'm the most recent and youngest in that long and distinguished line. And I'm also watching Nick Jr. shows, including Sunny Day and that show about trucks, especially monster trucks. Are there any apps on your phone that you can't live without? The SpongeBob app, that's my most favorite app in the whole world. I love that app so much. SpongeBob makes me laugh. He makes everyone laugh. He makes all kids laugh. He makes Jesse laugh. He does not make Steve laugh because Steve is grumpy. Alright, next question. And this is the 10th one. If you could only watch one genre of movies for the rest of your life, what would it be? I think I prefer Christian family dramas or family dramas. What's a book you hated that everyone else loved? Pretty Little Liars. What's the last movie that made you cry? I reckon there are only 3 movies that made me cry. Happy Death Day, Toy Story 3, and Frosty the Snowman. How about movies that made you laugh aloud? Well, there are 2 movies that made me laugh. A movie about Ernest P. Worrell and Airplane. Next question. Who is your favorite person to follow on Instagram? My favorite person to follow on Instagram would have to be Kunam and Pri and Lucius. They're all my friends. Wow. You have great friends to follow on Instagram. Well, I usually follow my new girlfriend on Instagram. She's my new girlfriend. I don't know what happened to my ex-girlfriend. Guess maybe she ditched me for that muscle-bound American dude. Alright, Moving on. If you could only eat one thing for the rest of your life, what would it be? It's easy. Anything that has tomatoes in it, because you know I like tomatoes, and Starburst. What's the weirdest thing you've ever eaten? Cheese doodles. What's your go-to comfort food? Tomatoes, as long as they're chopped up. Does your family have any secrets or famous recipes? Well, they loved any kind of vegetable, including tomatoes. And tomatoes are one of my most favorite of all vegetables because they are healthy for you. And alright. Next question. What's the coolest road trip you've ever been on? I think it would have to be the road to Washington, D.C. because we were there to watch the midterm elections at the House of Representatives, and we were there helping Baylor the Donkey and Mickey the Elephant cheer on their parties. What's the last place you traveled? What did you do there? Well, the last place I traveled? Well, the last place I traveled, I already told you, was Washington, D.C. And not only did we watch the midterm elections, we saw the president and his family, and we climbed that tall Washington monument that's shaped like a pencil. Do you prefer action-packed vacations or relaxing on the beach? Relaxing on the beach. Alright, we got one or two more questions also that I wanted to ask you. What's the most unbelievable thing that's ever happened to you? The most unbelievable thing that's ever happened to me. Being on this talk show with you right now. You may have mistaken said talk show, didn't you? Yes, I did. Alright. Final question, probably. If you were in charge of picking the 8th wonder of the world, what would you choose? Well, I would choose to see Jesse's face on Mount Rushmore besides President Roosevelt and Lincoln, between both presidents. Sorry. Well, seeing Jesse's face between Presidents Roosevelt and Lincoln would be very surprising to everyone, including presidential fans. I wish you the greatest of a deal of luck, Joel. Well, thank you for having me on the show.
You have been watching Take 5 with Damien Elliott.